everybody, it's that time again. It is Floozie of the She Shed podcast. This is the one all about the yarny stuff and the life updates. Okay, you guys, I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, so we're back. I do have a finish today, and I do have some things to show you, and I do have some life updates. So let's just get started on that. This is not going to be a very long episode, and I always say that. They wind up being just a little bit longer than I expected, but you know, we'll go from there. So how are you guys doing? I just realized I didn't have my coffee. Is it going to be rude if I stop and go get coffee? I'll get it in a minute. Okay. I will show you my finish first of all. I realized when I finished the podcast last week that I had a finish that I did not show you. So here we go. I finished the basket. This thing is massive. It is just massive. Look how much it holds. It's amazing because these are big. This is what I made it out of. Okay. Taking you back a couple of weeks, but this is a refresh as to what I used to make this. My daughter Chelsea and I picked these up. Picked up a few of them from the Louisiana markdown, and then I picked up some more in the Texas markdown at Hobby Lobby, and it's the Yarn Bee Showstopper. Called Showstopper Knit. This one is called Fired Bronze, and then the other color I have is Ivory. Now these they're 10 ounce, but they're only 50 yards. They're a chain construction, so what they look like is that it's been knit together on, it's like a big I-cord. And it is, I believe it's 100%. No, it's 50 acrylic, 35 polyamide, and 15% wool. And it's a 7 jumbo. Okay. They recommend size 15 knitting needles, which is a US 19. A P or Q hook. US 15 millimeter crochet hook would be a P or a Q. I think I used an N. Again, this is Fired Bronze and this is Ivory. And I used almost one of the Ivory. Almost one of the Ivory, and then I used 2 of the fired bronze. And there are, let me take stuff out for you. I have a stool, my footstool over here is doing double duty today. Now, on the inside, I had to do some tying of the yarn because I did not like the tucking it in, so I had to tie it together here. And I also, when I finished off, for some reason, instead of slipping, I finished off with a single crochet at the top, or a half double crochet. I was doing the whole thing in half double crochets, and I should have slipped over and just slipped into like the next one over, because it gave me this like ridge right here at the top on this side, but I don't care. So here's what my side looks like, where I've changed colors. Other than this one little piece there, it's not terrible, and this ridge. I mean, honestly, when you have stuff in it, you don't really notice that much. But I'm still okay with it either way. There's the inside. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. And I did 5 rows for the bottom, basically. And then I started doing the sides. So I did 2 rows of the sides and realized that it was pancaking down, and decided it was just going to be part of the bottom. And so that's okay, because I went into the back ridge. Then I did another row of that color, and then I did 2 rows of this cream, the ivory, and then 3 of the other, and 2 more of the ivory, and 3 more of the fired bronze. So 12 rows of the sides and 7 rows on the bottom of half double crochets, and the bottom was done in the back loop. So it holds a lot. I've got it holding my Pioneer Woman yarn, because I've got something I want to do coming up with that. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4, 5. That's 5 of those regular balls of yarn. And then I've got this large and this large of that big bulky yarn in there. I'm super happy with this basket. If my hands didn't hurt so damn bad, I'd make another one. But it's going to take me a bit to get over that, because I'm still having some arthritis now in these two fingers. So that now can sit anywhere in the room, because it doesn't have to go next to my chair or over under my cart or anything like that. It can go anywhere in the room, and it's actually another decorative piece, which is awesome. That's awesome. Okay, that's my one finished item. Okay, I went and got my coffee. It's really full. I meant to tell you how my coffee had changed last week. I said something about it, and I'm sure you guys are like, okay, she just changed because of this new food stuff. We'll talk about that at the end. But my coffee now, I'm using oat milk creamer. I can use either oat milk or soy or almond, and the almond creamer is a lot more expensive than the oat milk one, so I'm going with the oat milk. And I don't do it all day long because that's a lot of sugar. I'm doing it first thing in the morning so I can get my morning coffee. So what am I wearing, you guys? So I am wearing the Lost in Time shawl by Miho Crochet, Joanna Lindahl, and I found a new way to wear them. I take the end of the shawl, this one happens to have a tassel, but basically I take the end of the shawl and I find a place where there is a fairly open work, and I poke it through there and I just pull it through. It stays put without a shawl pin or anything. It stretches that out a little bit, but most of my shawls are made out of acrylic and I don't have any problem with them stretching. The ones that I have made out of wool, because they are these, I'm not having any problem with that hole staying open when I do this. Just saying, it's not happened. I haven't had any problem. I would say it was an acrylic versus a wool, but honestly, I've done it with both different fibers, and I haven't had any problem at all. None. So I'm going to keep doing it. It's up to you guys if that's something you want to do. Alternately, you could design something where there is a hole built in for you to put your shawl through. But I love it. And I love this one. This one was made with the cookie yarn. I have it, I'm looking because I have another one up there. And I love cookie. It's from Hobby or Hobie. I love it. I love this yarn. And then on to Wanda up there. Let me show you. So that one is an original to my channel. When I very first started my channel, that shawl has been around that long. And that one I made using Honeybee Knits yarn, and it's called Life Changes by Laura Concert Designs. And I love that shawl. I love the colors. I just love the way that it lays. Now with that one, because it has the two longer ends, it's kind of it's an asymmetrical shawl where it has a longer portion on one side or a little wider portion on one side, but it has these longer tails at each end, so that when you wrap it up, you can throw these tails down around. And what I do is I put a little knot in this one. This one is a fingering weight yarn, and with it I can take those and I can put a little knot in the end of that, and I love the way it makes it hang. So that's what that one is. Okay, so now let's talk about what I've got going on, what's in progress. Remember me telling you that I started the baby sweater with Christy over at Crochet Creations by Christy. I'm using the Soft and Sleek. This is Soft and Sleek Baby, low pillow fiber, 164 yards. It is a 4-weight yarn. I still have this full one left. And then I have this much left of the one I started with. And she put out the second video, so part 2 of the dress. Here's the back. And we've started on this lace work down here. It's looking really, really cool. Can't wait to see what the rest of this lace work is. Now I will leave a link to the second video for you. If you go back to last week's, you'll see the first, I did link the first video. That's really neat. So I think I will be able to get through a little bit more of the lace with this one and then start on the second ball of that. Now, you know that I'm redoing my shawl pattern to change it up and to make it, just make it a different way. So I'm going to be calling it the Willow Arches Redo. And I did quite a bit on it. I'm holding it in my bag from Costela's Creations. Again, I will leave a link to her down below. She's my cousin Karen. And this bag is a drawstring bag, and it has the Marauders map on the inside. It holds quite a bit. It's a box bottom. Now, I don't know if she has any more of this fabric in her shop, so you'll just have to go over and take a look. And the yarns that I'm using for the redo is Junebug Fibers. This was a one-of-a-kind, she's no longer dyeing yarn. I have not been able to find her anywhere. I have not used this one yet. This will be my third color. Very similar to what I have on. Again, it was a one-of-a-kind. It's a fingering weight yarn. However, this one is 100% superfine merino. And then I'm using Suburban Stitcher. The color is Outcast. Outcast be perfect, but it's Overcast. But it's Suburban Stitcher yarn. There you go. Called Overcast. I started incorporating this one. It's a 75% superwash and 25% nylon. She's in the Dallas area, and I got this yarn at the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Festival. She hosted the Grocery Girls, and that's where I got to meet the Grocery Girls and take a picture with them. Got ever so slightly, it's got some little gray-blue splotches in it. And then the other color is this one from Yarn Bee. It's called Tabby. And it's their fingering yarn, authentic hand-dyed tonal called Tabby. Yep. So these are all fingering weight yarns. Again, I cast on. No, I didn't cast on. This is the wrong one. What did I do with my note? There it is. Nope, that's not it either. These are notes for something else. What else is down in this bag? Everything but what I'm looking for. Oh, it's over here. Okay, I chained 109. Now, this is where I started right here. So this is the bottom. I'm going up this way. However, this part here is going to be in the middle, right here, the straight edge. This is going to be in the middle. So I'm going outward this way, and this will be on one end of the shawl. So I want to be sure that I have a good size block of this. Now, if you cast on 109 and then you start the pattern just the same as my original pattern, you can get started on this. And you can do this in fingering weight yarn and cast on the 109. If you want to use a different weight of yarn, you're going to have to wait for the pattern, because I don't know how to tell you how many to chain. I say cast on for everything. I can't tell you how many to chain with other yarns. I can tell you, let me see how wide this is going to be. So this is 24 inches wide, and then you'll have to wait for me to finish the pattern before you will know how long it's going to be. I'm estimating to have it be somewhere around a 70-inch wide, and it's a wrap. It's going to be a wrap, same as my other one, crochet shawl wrap. And yeah, I like this. I'm starting to really get a rhythm going with the pattern of this first pattern. I have done, I believe I did 15 rows of the pattern, and then I've done 2 rows of the second color, and now I'm back to the first color. I think I will do another 5 rows of the first color, another, and then I'm thinking I want to use this light color to be a finishing on the outside edge, but you'll see that when I get there. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know yet. So I'm almost done with this first block, and then I will come back to the middle and we will do the next block. As I do this, I hope you guys that it makes sense to you as we go along. When I write these patterns out, I have to try to make it where it makes sense, because I am writing it as I go, and I have to try to see that it translates to something that you can follow. So once I finish it, sometimes it's hard for me to get the pattern out, because I have to do all that. I have to translate it from my brain and how I did it down to a pattern that someone can read and actually make. So on Friday nights, we have started a new make-along. And if you would like to crochet something similar, and you find a pattern that is similar, that you can do pockets and then do sleeves and then do pieces and put the whole thing together, come and join us. My version is knit, and so I'm showing everyone how to knit it. And I've got my pockets now done. We did the pocket on this last Friday, and so now I have 2 pockets ready to go. And someone, Annie, had a great idea to make 2 at a time, and I have 2 of these to make, so I am going to do that. So that means that today I am actually going to cast on the other 2 pockets, and I will get those finished. That way when we do our next clue, it's not really a mystery, but our next piece that we're going to make this coming Friday is going to be the sleeves. So we'll have the pockets done, then we'll have the sleeves done, and then we're going to start on the body of it. Now this is going to be a cardigan. I am using the Bernat Softy Chunky, which is a number 6 bulky. They call this super bulky. So 5 is bulky, 6 is super bulky, and 7 is jumbo. And I find this to be very true to a super bulky, because it's really round, like a solid round structure that does not, that does not come apart. So if you choose to use something other than this, and you want to do this with us, you could use a blanket yarn, would be what I would suggest. I have some people who are doing it in blanket yarn. So yeah, that's it. That's number 6. On Friday, I told everyone the amounts of yarn you needed for different sizes and all of the stuff that you need to make it. We're doing a 24-inch circular, and these are, I have to keep looking, a size 13 9mm. This is my Chai Goose. So it's going to work up very quickly. Okay, I don't think we'll have any problem doing the pieces each week, meaning we will probably have it done within about a month. We'll have a sweater. I'm hoping. It'd be great, because one of these is a Christmas present. So come and join us on Friday, and you will post your progress pictures in the Facebook group, or you can email them to me at fiberflooziecrafts@gmail.com. And those things would definitely put your name in the drawing for a giveaway at the end of our make-along. And Friday night, just so you know, is our crime night. So we call it crime knitting. And that's what we do on Friday night. A lot of Fridays we do PJs, and yeah, sometimes I have a story to tell, and other times it's just, most of the time we just get together and talk about true crime, and we talk about the cases that are going on and that kind of thing. So if that interests you, I hope you'll come tune in, and you can make a sweater. Okay, and also the book club is now in conjunction with the Friday Night Crime. Our book club is a Stitch and Crime book club, so I naturally combined it with Friday night because now I'm not having 2 lives. We'll talk more about that at the end. So let's see. Okay, one more thing I want to show you, and then we'll do the live stuff, okay? So I hit a milestone this week. Monday, I think it was. Let me check. Nope, Sunday. On Sunday, yeah, was the 5-year anniversary for my channel. Woo! And I am giving away, this is because it's this month, the month of October, I'm giving away this bag. This is coming to you from me. This is from Donna. Now, this one is the Fall Club with yarn and goodies. There's a bunch of goodies and stuff in here. I have already opened one of these. I ordered 2. And this one is going to be the prize. And all you have to do for the prize for this month is to make a comment on the bottom of all my videos during October. Even the lives. So the comments that came in during the live do not qualify for it. It's going to be a lot easier on me not to do that. So I'm going to pick a winner for this from all of the comments below all my videos, the lives and the podcasts and anything else that I have posted for the month of October. and I will pick a winner sometime in the after the first week of somewhere in the first week of November, hopefully. So yeah, be sure and do that, because this is based on this particular club should be a fall color, and it should be based on fall at the castle, and it is her Wizards and Witches club based on Harry Potter, but she doesn't call it that because of copyright stuff, but it's her Wizards and Witches club. So there you go. Wanted to be sure and mention that again, and have you guys go and make some comments on my videos, because you know it's Potiversary month, y'all, and I want to hear from you. Okay, so for the life updates, this is the part of the podcast where I sit and I knit or crochet with you, and I talk about what's going on in my life and all that good jazz. So as you know, I have started a new food journey. My colitis has come out of remission, so that means that it is active. So I started a low FODMAP eating plan. It's not a diet, because I'm not doing this to lose weight. I'm doing this to get my digestive system to calm the hell down, okay? Because it is a little out of whack right now. If you know anyone that has IBS or IBD or Crohn's or colitis, ulcerative colitis, those kinds of things, you will know about the issues with the digestive system. Can be it's just very aggravating, and that doesn't help, because on top of being aggravated, you have all these other issues going on, and then the aggravation doesn't help because it can exacerbate the problems. So in order to attack my colitis and see if I can't get it to calm down, I have slowed down here on the channel with how many videos and content I put out, and I am asking you guys if you could at least go over and watch some of my other videos. Maybe find a playlist that you like, maybe the craft hauls or whatever, and just run that. I would really appreciate that, because that'll get me some watch hours that are kind of down a little bit right now during this time. I got hit also with a time frame where last year about this time I was at my dad's. So I was there for 33 days and had not a lot of time to do any actual filming, and that gave me a lot less watch hours. And that's important, because on YouTube the watch hours go from today and then a full year backward. So on this day a year ago starts the watch hours. Everything before that does not count. And that is the rules for a certain amount of monetization. That's not why that's important to me. I'm not asking you all that because I'm like, well, I want to stay monetized. I'm asking because when I am monetized, it means that my videos are getting seen more, and they're putting my videos out to the public to find. When they're not monetized, because I did that for several months, and when they're not monetized, they don't. And I found that even if they were monetized, even when they weren't monetized, they were still running ads. So whether you want to or you don't want to, it's better to go ahead and monetize, because they're going to do it anyway, and you may as well get some benefit out of it. That's just the way it is. But for me, it's because I don't reach as many people and make as many friends if I'm not. And if your videos get watched and liked and there's comments on them, they're going to recommend them, regardless of whether you are monetized or not also. So it's twofold, you know. And I just want to stay in contact with everyone too, because I really love it when somebody goes back and watches one of my older videos and makes a comment, because that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm like, oh, look what they're watching, you know, and then interact and tell me what they thought of it. That's just a lot of fun for me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way who makes videos, but it is. It's just fun. So anyway, that's that. No biggie. Last week I did tell y'all that I had written up some more patterns, that I showed you the Month of Love poncho, and I showed you the Terra blanket. Those are now both listed on my Ko-fi account. If you would like to support me there, you can go do that. And of course, you can find me as Fiber Floozie Crafts everywhere, and all the stuff will be down below. I don't tout myself. I am the worst at selling myself. I'd rather give myself away. That's why I'm a floozie. Just saying, y'all. That's just part of it. I'm terrible at marketing myself. Okay, so what else do I want to tell you guys? I'm looking at my notes right now. I've got my notes on my little book. This is my little micro from Happy Planner, and this one is the one that I keep here in my cart so that I can take notes on things. And so I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. And at the moment, it's notes for the podcast. So let me check off what I've done. Otherwise, I will forget to tell y'all. So the food stuff is going well, okay? I went and bought fruits and vegetables and a few other things that I needed in order to cook. And I'm going to have to cook whenever I start a new food plan. As part of the plan, I do my very best not to eat processed foods or eating out as much as possible, and just cook the food. And that's what I have been doing this week. I did food prep. I got that done. I've got everything cut up and in the fridge, and that makes things a whole lot easier. I downloaded an app. I will leave a link to that down below. It's from the Monash University, and it is they've certified a bunch of foods that you can buy commercially, because there's a few things that are really hard to make for yourself. And so there's a few things that are convenience things, and then also they want you to be able to make good choices when you go to the grocery store. And so there's an entire food list of things, and it gives you also, like, it tells me a stoplight system where you've got green light, yellow light, red light. So things that are on the green light are safe to eat. Things that are on the yellow light are safe, but you have to be very careful how much. And you have to be, if you eat more than one thing that's in the yellow list, that's called stacking. And if you stack the FODMAP foods, not good. Your system may not calm down as easily. And it takes between 2 to 6 weeks for your system to calm down. And I've only been on it a week. So things are a little bit better, but I can tell that I'm still healing. I'm still not there yet. There's still inflammation, and my system is still like, yeah, we're not there yet. Okay. I feel like that's the same with any kind of a meal plan, y'all. I don't think just any one meal plan acts that way. So whatever it is you're trying to change. Now, Dad's house. I have stories. I think I told you guys last week, and I showed you the pictures of where they're tearing up for the water. I have been assured by the city that the water will be hooked up by the end of this week. Okay? And I've spoken to the people for the skirting. The materials have been ordered, so Dad's skirting is going to be installed whenever the materials come in. Then they will call me and they will set up to install the skirting. I talked to the people who are building Dad's deck, and they are starting it this week. So that's awesome. No, I'm wrong. That's next week. They're going to start it next week. And it'll take between a week and a half, and then they'll be delivering his deck. I spoke to someone about putting blinds, coming in and measuring to put blinds up. What an effort in futility that was. There are somewhere in the range of 5 to 10 different places in Abilene that say that they do shades. They have shades in their name, blinds in their name, shades in their name. Not a one of them, I take that back. One called me back. The rest of them did not. Nobody answers the phone. The one that did call me back, they didn't answer the phone, but they called me. Well, actually, she didn't call me back. She texted me. Well, can you send me a picture of what you want? Well, I don't know what you have yet. I haven't even got to talk to you yet. Then I talked to one, and when she answered the phone, this is the one place that answered. And I get confused, y'all, about this because I'm calling a lot of people every day. I'm calling people. People are calling back, and I'm coordinating. I don't know how project planners do all this stuff. I don't know that I could be a project planner for something because I would get really stressed out. I'm stressed out already. To do that as a job takes a certain type of personality, I'm thinking. So, yeah. There's that. So those of you that are project planners, good job. So the one that did call me said, so can you tell me what you're wanting? And I said we wanted blinds. And then I told him that I was calling for my dad and that the blinds were going to go in his mobile home. Oh, well, I don't know if we've ever done a mobile home before. Okay. I said, well, I said the windows are a window and a casing like all other windows. Well, I'm just going to have to get back to you. Y'all, I can't with these people. Why would they automatically assume, oh, it's a mobile home, it's got to be different? And I was talking to our salesman, Chris, about that, and he said, anymore, they're called manufactured homes. They're not called mobile homes. Well, I grew up in a trailer, okay? I'm trailer trash, right? So, no, I'm not trailer trash, but I grew up in a trailer and mobile homes. We had a mobile home when we lived in Nevada. We had one when we lived in California. We had one when we lived in Texas. I grew up in them, you know. They can be really, really nice. Dad's house is wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm like, yeah, I'd do this in a heartbeat. I love it. You know, I love it. Manufactured homes is what they call them now. So, I don't get it. They've been that for a long time. They've been around a long time. I'm not sure how I feel about somebody who just says, oh, well, we've never done mobile homes before. I did not text her back. I wound up calling Home Depot. Now, as you know, as with a lot of things that Home Depot does, they have contractors. They do that with their flooring. They do that when they install countertops and all kinds of different things. So it's the same with the blinds. They took all my information and handed it over to the contractor. And the contractor called me back, and I have an appointment with them next week. They will come in and they will measure everything, and we will get Dad's blinds going. So we got that going. So hopefully sometime either this week or next week, we will have the contractor for redoing Dad's bathroom, because that's what we're really waiting on too. Ideally, I would like to have the bathroom finished, the skirting on, the decks installed, and some blinds. I would like to have all of that done before we move him down here. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But we are making progress. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay, that's about all I have to tell you guys today. The surgery, I have phone calls out to them. Still waiting for them to call me back. I just want to get back on the roster so that I know when that's going to be too. Because you may be able to hear it in my voice that some days we had 1.5 inches of rain yesterday. Yay! So happy to get rain. I love it when it rains. But my sinuses get all ucked up. And with that sinus being full and clogged, it just sort of backs up into my head, and then I sound like this. Oh, life is so fun! I hope you guys don't think that I am complaining. I am not complaining. What I'm telling you is that I'm working on this stuff. I am working on me. I'm working on this stuff, and I'm trying to get stronger. I want to be feeling better next year when the first of the year starts, and I'm working on it. I'm going to have Dad down here, which will give me peace of mind I can get my head all this stuff done. I can get my digestive system worked out, where I can actually concentrate on some more fun stuff, you know? So it's not complaining. It's telling you, sharing my journey with you, and telling you that if you're on a journey of your own, I know that some of you who are my OGs, you are people who have been here and have stuck it out with me. You've been here a long time. Several of you are fighting cancer right now, and you know that I'm thinking about you, and I'm sending you hugs. You have cancer, or you have, and I email with several people that I'm just happy to call them friends, that we can email with each other, that we can talk to each other with the instant messages and all of those things. I just want you guys to know I love y'all. You hang in there, and I'm thinking about you. Okay, you guys, my heart also goes out. I know this is kind of last minute. There was a big pileup on I-55 between Laplace and Slidell on the North Shore coming out of New Orleans. It was over 175 cars that piled up on that highway. They are still trying to find out how many people have passed away. It's a big thing, and my heart goes out to you guys in New Orleans area. I just cannot imagine. I'm being told that some of them, we'll talk more about this on Friday. If you guys want to come back, I can give you some more details on that too. And we'll work on the sweater. Okay, you guys? I love y'all. Have fun today. I know, right after bad news. Have fun today. I love y'all, and I'll see you later. Okay?